Hello, my dears. Ah! It's almost eclipse season. You know what that means. The shite, she's about to hit the fan. No, I like eclipse season. But, as we all know, she gonna do what she gonna do. So, get your grounding practices ready. Get your self-love practices ready. And remember the Einstein quote that I always live by, which is, we have the option every day to decide if we live in a hostile universe or a friendly universe. And I, for one, like to live by the remembrance that we live in a friendly universe. So whatever eclipse season wants to bring, whatever God wants to bring to us ever, it's for our benefit. Excuse me, my hair just fell out and I had to throw it away. So I love eclipse season. You know, bring it. In recent eclipse seasons, you know, breakups have happened, you know, new homes, job changes, like big tectonic life shifts have happened in recent eclipse seasons. So I'm like, you know what? Bring it on. And I don't know if you know this, because I just recently learned this. I think in this last eclipse season that we just had, I just learned this. It's highly recommended by astrologers and that kind of ilk not to do our normal moon rituals during eclipse season lunations. So, you know, usually we let go at the full moon and we focus on the things that we're letting go of. We manifest at new moons. Recently just learned that it is highly recommended not to do any of that during eclipse season moons, because eclipse seasons are going to do what they're going to do anyway. And our cute little rituals are only going to block that energy up. So my understanding is that it's our duty to kind of let go and let eclipse season do what it's going to do. So as I'm recording this, we're about 8 days short of the first eclipse in this upcoming eclipse season. But again, whenever you're watching this is when this message was meant for you. So I'm excited. But there's definitely already things brewing that are indicative of an eclipse season coming. The seeds are being planted, both in my life and the lives of people around me. So I can see it coming. But our wisdom is going to be to ground, to understand and remind ourselves that all of this is happening for our greatest and highest good. That the universe, God, is not trying to torture us. That anything that goes and anything that comes and anything that happens is meant to happen. And what was I going to say? I was just going to say something. So it might be that something big externally happens, you know, like a job loss or a job change or a breakup or something like that. Or it could be something more internal, like a sudden awakening, a sudden realization, an identity shift, clarity, or nothing could happen. Who knows? But it's happening on the Leo Aquarius axis, at least the new moon is. So that's all big energy around how we show up in the world, innovation, creation. It's an extremely creative energy, this axis. So my creators out there, I have a feeling this is going to be a very inspiring couple of months. King of Cups reversed and the Star reversed coming out right away. I'm going to let the cards speak for a little bit. Oh, mama, I can hear you crying, so scared and all alone. I just listened to Renegade about 5 times before I recorded this. Probably one of the baddest ass songs of all time. So there's that. Okay, here we go. Wow, is everything reversed? That's buck wild. All right, so we have 5 cards and they're all reversed. King of Cups reversed, the Star reversed, the Tower reversed. Big eclipse season energy, the Tower. The Tower reversed, the 8 of Wands reversed, and the 10 of Pentacles reversed. It's my Young Lean hoodie. I just got it. Young Lean has been one of my favorite artists for, the better part of a decade now, and I realized that I didn't have any merch to represent him until about 5 days ago. Unbelievable. I'm so happy. I love it. I was constantly checking the tracking thing. Wow. So yeah, this is big internal energy. This is big going within energy. This is big pause energy. Right off the bat, not even looking at the cards. 5 reversals coming out together. Not even needing to look at the cards. This is very much a time for introspection and going within and grounding within yourself. So that like any changes or tower moments or abrupt whatevers that might happen during this upcoming eclipse season, you're going to be very grounded within yourself. Wow. And all suits here are represented besides the swords. So what that tells me right away, again, without looking at the cards even, is that you are journeying from the head to the heart, coming out of the mind. The Star reversed is all about inner searching, inner seeking. As I'm recording this, we are in feminine energy season, the winter. This is not a time for action. Big vibes here. This is not a time for action. This is a time for clarity. This is a time for going within, getting very clear about what it is exactly that we want, so that when masculine energy season hits, when Aries season comes and spring starts to come in and thaw our bones, that we'll know exactly what actions to take that are in alignment with our highest self, that are in alignment with our highest lifestyle that we've spent all winter going within and getting very clear about what it is exactly that we want to build our life around. Getting very clear about what exactly it is that we want our life to look like. So this is, I just heard big time, looking at the King of Cups reverse, I just heard, I'm not going to let anyone take me out of my peace. So you could be very challenged right now at this moment where you feel like somebody external to you, maybe a group of people external to you, is really trying to challenge your emotional stability. They're really trying to come in and making you feel perhaps threatened, betrayed, disappointed. Remember that we live in a friendly universe. So anything that happens, people disappoint you. People make you want to cut them out of your life. People make you decide to cut them out of your life. A job gets lost. Something changes with your living situation. Understand the Tower. Understand that it is because these things were not built on solid ground. It is because these people never had your highest intent at heart to begin with. Ten of Pentacles reversed. This is big job shift energy. But also the Ten of Pentacles reversed is all about understanding exactly what it is, how it is that you want your material life to look, how it is that you want to make your money, what kind of home you want, what kind of career that you want, what is right for you in the material realms. So with the appearance of the Eight of Wands reversed, we have, it is not time to take action. Not yet. It is time to Star reversed, look within, settle down, ground yourself, and understand, connect with your higher self, connect with your intuition, connect with God. 12:12 on the timer when I look down. To really understand what your higher self requires of you. And that's what I just lost and it came back. And if you are tapped into your inner voice enough, you will hear very clearly when it's time to move. But Eight of Wands reverse, it's not time to move. It's time to stay very still, I just heard. And even the Tower reversed is a message around, you can kind of see the cracks in the foundation forming already. Perhaps you could see the cracks in this foundation forming for a long time. The Tower reverse gives me, especially with these other cards around it, the Tower reverse gives me, this is not super... I watched a Chandy Nicholas video about this upcoming week, and she said with the astrology of the week, we would get news that was shocking but not surprising. And that made me scratch my head for a little bit until my friend, who had also watched that video without communicating, I just love my friends. He had also watched that video and we were talking about it. And he repeated that shocking but not surprising thing back to me, and it really clicked what that meant. So I feel like that's the energy here too, is like perhaps this Tower moment is going to shock you emotionally, life-wise, but it's not necessarily surprising to you. Like maybe some people around you that you have kind of felt this intuition that you couldn't trust for a while are behaving in ways that your intuition told you that they would, but you hoped for better from them. 15:15 on the timer when I looked down. You had hoped for better for them. Maybe you saw the higher self in them. But something in you still knew that you couldn't trust them. And now you're really watching this tower begin to crumble. You're really watching the lightning strike. And it's shocking, but perhaps not completely surprising. So what I see here is that it's time to really ground within yourself, really ground within your healing practices, trust, and know that tower moments do not strike out of your life things that were meant to be with you long term. Soak in what you can from the experience. Learn what you can from the experience. Heal, integrate, and move onward and upward. Because this is all divine redirection. This is all divine intervention. None of this is happening to torture you. None of this is happening to take things from you. Even though it may feel like that when you first watch the cracks begin to form. So, we out here. The link to my Patreon is in the description box and pinned comment below. Patreon has many special goodies that YouTube does not. I've been making Patreon exclusive readings lately, and you can get personalized monthly tarot readings, personalized yoga videos, all kinds of really cool stuff on Patreon that you can't get on my YouTube. So look me up on there, and I'll see you next time.